I'm going to do a little review of this bike. It is a giant Anthem 27.5, and I've been riding it for about a month and a half now, so I'm getting a pretty good feel for it. I feel like I can do a pretty good review on this bike. So I'm going to try to get you some good close-ups here of the bike. As I go through the review, I'll throw some riding in, that way it's not quite as boring. But I'm just going to start, let's just start up at the top. What it has, it's got the Giant Connect handlebars, Giant Connect stem. It's got the Shimano, I think those are Dior brakes, I'm pretty sure. And then it's got SLX shifters. The brakes work awesome, the shifters work awesome. Front derailleur is a Shimano SLX. Rear derailleur is a Shimano Dior Shadow Plus. So it has that switch right there you can see on it to give it more spring tension and reduces chain slap, which is a pretty awesome feature. It's got some scratches on it there because I actually ride it. I know SLX and Dior are not the lightest of components, but they are very strong, and so that's good. I did bend my derailleur hanger, but I was able to bend it back. I do carry a spare one with me, but I was able to bend that back. I'm running Shimano pedals on it. Fork is a RockShox Recon Gold. It can be set at 100 millimeters or 120 millimeters of travel. Right now it's at 100 millimeters. The rear shock is a RockShox Monarch, also 100 millimeters. So this bike is 100 millimeters front and rear. The Maestro Suspension I really like. It's awesome. It's been really cool. I'm coming off of a 29er Trek Superfly, and I much prefer this Maestro Suspension over the suspension that was on that Superfly. You get very little pedal bob, and the suspension is extremely responsive when you need it to be. The seat post I'm running on it is the Giant Contact. They have 120, 140, and a 100. This is the 100 millimeter one. I don't need to go bigger than that because this is a cross-country bike. I know a lot of people don't run dropper seat posts on a cross-country bike, but I also kind of ride this on the trail and stuff too. So this is kind of a do-it-all bike for me. And that dropper seat post, I rode the bike today on a trail, and I probably used that 100 times. So I never will ride without one. I'll take the weight. Oh. The brake's got 160 millimeters front and rear. I'll get you back up in there so you can see 160 millimeter rotors front and rear. It's got a solid through axle on the front and rear of this bike, so that's pretty awesome. I've got the bike set up tubeless. On the tires that come stock on it are the Schwannable Racing Ralphs. I kept that on the rear because I actually really like the tread pattern for a rear tire. The front tire, I didn't want a Racing Ralph. I like a little bit more aggressive tread on the front, so that I can get some more cornering traction on my front tire. So I like the Maxxis Ardent on the front, but you can still see in the middle, the tread pattern here is still got very, very little rolling resistance. But then when you get into a corner, you have a little bit bigger side lugs to catch on to things, so that's pretty awesome. That's pretty much the bike right there. This is the aluminum version, which is good, and I've been really, really happy with it so far. My thoughts on the 27-inch tires, 27.5 or 650B tires. My thoughts on those are coming off of the 29er Superfly, and the bike I had before that one was a 26-inch Iron Horse SGS Expert, which is kind of a downhill bike. It kind of is the best of both worlds. Every time you take out a 29er, there are parts of the trail where you're saying, I wish I had my 26-inch bike, and every time you take out a 26-inch bike, there are parts of the trail where you go, I wish I had my 29-inch bike. The 27.5-inch wheel, I don't find myself saying I wish I had either one. It kind of is just that. It kind of just is the middle. It does both things well. This bike climbs like crazy. It is one of the best climbing bikes that I've ever ridden. And it corners just as good as any 26-inch bike I've ever ridden. It corners extremely fast, extremely snappy, and it still is pretty light on its feet. This is an extremely fast bike. I've broken a lot of my Strava times on this bike, and this isn't even the carbon Anthem, so the carbon one will even be faster than this, but very, very fast bike. That's going to be my little review on the Giant Anthem 27.5. If you're looking for a bike right now, this is a very highly recommended bike for me. I think it's amazing. If you're looking for, I'm more into cross-country racing and speed, so that's definitely, this is a good way to go for that. If you're looking for something a little bit more for big drops and jumps and stuff, I'd steer you towards a Giant Trance. But I'll throw some stuff in this video, some drops and stuff. This bike handles the big stuff pretty well too. So, and it stays really stable and stuff at speed. So I've been pretty happy with it. So there's my little review on that. And I think my next review is going to be on that guy right there. That's my road bike, my look. So I love that bike too. But alrighty, thanks guys. Bye.